So it's been a month. How is everybody?
Good. You?
Pretty good. Mostly good. Anybody playing anything new and exciting you want to share?
Not tabletop. No,
Ouch.
like this is literally the only game I'm in at the moment, so literally nothing else.
So sad.
Yeah, I know, it's racing.
This summer, the Plus One Forward podcast is doing a Forged in the Dark summer series. So at the end of last year, we did Belonging Outside Belonging games, and this year, Forged in the Dark. And at the end of the Belonging Outside Belonging, we did a what have we learned episode. Rach, my co-host, and I did. So I've been diving in as deep as I could to Forged in the Dark games. I got to play Mothlight earlier in the year, around April, May. And I've just kicked off a game of Songs for the Dusk, which is quite cool. It's kind of a Blades in the Dark, but from a Hayao Miyazaki flavor.
Okay. Okay.
And one of my favorite parts of the game's MC advice or GM advice is, in Powered by the Apocalypse style games, there's here are the agendas and principles within the MC principles. Paint the world in pastels. What an interesting, very, very different. So it's got it's a fun game. The player characters are all members of a worn down theater, and their ultimate goal is to put on a show, which is fun. So lots of Force in the Dark for me.
Nice. What about you, Heidi?
I just recently started in a new play-by-post, which Rich is running, of Apocalypse World. So I'm playing an angel for the first time. Well, second time technically, but the first time the game ended pretty quickly. So I'm counting it as my first time.
Gotcha.
Because I have high hopes that this one will be able to get a little more in-depth with things. So
hope so.
Nice.
It's very exciting.
Very cool. All right. We got some orcs to talk about, don't we?
Yeah.
All right. So we have Farron entering back into the camp. Nindor just returned from scouting out what should have been a camp of men. And Dondon and Dabber are kind of playing it cool, but they're totally leaning in to whatever you have to say, whatever you're reporting back.
Were there orc among your band before Dond and Dauber?
And Don looks confused. No, it's all men.
And since you have left, there has been much change. I was able to come close to the camp. I saw an orc who had a warg. I also heard goblins speak. The tents where you had described, but I saw no men in them. Perhaps they are working in league with these orc, or perhaps they have been replaced. I do not know.
Like area-wise, Middle Earth territories, would this be an unusual area to run into orcs and goblins? Are they far afield or?
So here on the map are the Coldfells, about where we are.
Okay.
Just to the south and east, right here. That's Goblin Town.
Oh, okay.
So not unusual, but the Coldfells, it's bad, barren rockland, right? There's trolls, and trolls are looking for food, and usually they come further south because there's nothing in the Coldfells.
Okay.
But it's not unusual, right? It wouldn't be uncommon, but there's not a large proliferation of them.
Interesting. I mean, I'll ask them now if we haven't already discussed it, but like, how long have they been separated from their group when we found them?
Right. And this is where it all falls apart, right? Because they're both looking back and forth at each other, confused, right? And then Don says, "We're kind of new recruits. I've never. This is our first time up here to the camp. I've never even met Gorlank, right?
How did you know where to go?
You meet folks and they say, we're doing this thing. If you want a piece of this job, come on up here. Come on out here. We were supposed to meet our other folks like us, other mercenaries, back at that tower. And then from there, we're going to come into here. We missed that grouping and got caught in the rain. And we just kind of spent the night there, kind of waiting out the storm."
So these guys are even more worthless than we initially thought. They don't know anything.
But they're going to be very good estate sale runners.
What?
Never mind.
So maybe working with orcs, but the story, I mean, the pitch is, I mean, they gathered up a bunch of guys like us from Bree, right? There was 2 groups of folks making their way up here from Bree.
And
It was all men.
You didn't see any men, Nindor? Just the orcs?
I saw no men.
No. So there was at least, I don't know, 8 or 10 men out of Bree. Easy.
Well, they might be in orc stew pots now, for all we know.
It's possible.
Or they're all working together. If this Gorlank is a dark sorcerer, they're likely to ally with orcs, probably. A small camp of men was one thing, but now we're talking a small camp of orcs. That's
And goblins and warg, yes. It is. It's a whole new challenge that we face.
maybe we do need to wait for Zonhavi and the other Dunedain then to do their political nonsense to come up here. I don't know.
Or
Well, we know there's wolves and trolls up here. If we just drive them into the orc camp to cause some mayhem and take out a bunch of the camp, then maybe we can handle what's left.
That might be the best idea you've ever had.
Thank you.
Because I was real worried you were going to try to talk to the orcs.
Oh no, I don't make friends with them.
That's not a terrible idea.
They build fires in the rain. Clearly evil. We've been over this.
Clearly evil.
I mean, if the trolls are hungry enough, they
And
might.
if you come out at night,
We just need to figure out how to shuffle them in the correct direction.
Need a troll lure.
I could probably hunt one down.
Probably going to need more than one.
I could probably hunt more than one down. I mean, Nendor can probably smell them from a good distance off.
It's true.
And wargs and wolves probably don't really get along.
I wouldn't think so, although they should really work on that.
I mean, like, size-wise, like, wargs are like the size of a small pony, pretty much, right? Like, they're,
Yeah, because orcs ride them.
right. They make wolves look like puppies.
But trolls are big. And you're in
Yeah.
troll country now.
Yeah. I kind of like that idea that we find some way to, get the trolls to not, come crashing into this camp, and then we try to sort everything out afterwards. See what's left.
Does anyone know what a troll's favorite food is?
Without even thinking about it, I look at Dond and Dabber.
Yep.
I mean, well, men.
And I think Don, straight face, looks at Nindor and he's like, "That wasn't the deal. That wasn't your word. That wasn't the plan."
Your deal was predicated on you knowing what the hell was going on up here. You lied the whole way.
No, we got you here. We knew where we were going.
Farron, they're correct. They have met their end of the bargain. And since you likely aren't going to be able to meet up with Gorlink, I guess you'll have to return to Bree. Perhaps take up your lives as farmers again, or this state sale idea that Daphne has spoken with you about.
I think Daphne is going to take this opportunity to jump in and be like, technically, yes, you have fulfilled what you have said. However, and now she's going to give a grand speech about how they can turn their lives around, and this is their opportunity to do something that's not selfish, to make up for all the times that they were selfish and make up for all the wrong that they've done. And this is the turning point. This is your moment where you can shine. And if you don't take this opportunity, who knows when you'll have an opportunity to do something like this next. So all I'm saying is it's troll bait now or just ruin and destruction. And it's your choice. And I believe in you.
Yes, I'm in. Let's do it. Let's make that a test. I like that. Let's make that a test. Only because, right? I think they want to know what happened, right? They had money, jobs, ambition riding on this, right? And it's turning out differently. So I think you're providing an opportunity for them to do something different. Let's make that a test. I like it. I hear persuade.
What's the difference between persuade and enhearten?
Yes. Let's look that up. Yeah.
I mean, Enhearten very much sounds like Daphne.
Yeah, it does. Oh, yeah. Let's go with Enhearten. I like that.
Nice.
Sweet.
I like that, yes. For the folks at home, player heroes can use the Enhearten skill to instill positive feelings in others, urging them to act on the matter at hand. And that sounds exactly like what Daphne's doing right now.
Great. So
And it'll be your heart for target number.
That is a 16.
Nice.
Nice. Yes, that does it. That'll do it. I think it's Endaber that speaks up, and he's like, "I don't want to die, but I want to help. I want to find out what happened. I didn't sign up to work with orcs. It sounds bad."
That's the spirit. You've made a good choice.
And I think by him doing that, it kind of forces Don to stick around because he's not going to leave by himself.
And that's what we call positive peer pressure.
So he reluctantly goes along, but not to. He's going to give it his A best because they're a pair, right? He's got a better chance of survival if they have to leave together than alone. So he's in. So what's the plan? Are we really going to catch a troll?
I don't know if it's about catching a troll. Like it feels like the end goal is to get one or more trolls to happen upon the camp in some way. Like,
Right.
let them know that it's like, and I don't know what that looks like right now, but
We're just going to bring the trolls to the orc buffet.
I think running into a troll out here is easy. I don't even know that that's a test, right? I think you can get a troll's attention. I think that's a yes, right? That's not even a thing. I think what's interesting is getting it to the camp. How do we get it to the camp?
What if idea that just popped into my head? Nindor, did you see any sort of like sentries posted when you were near the camp? Because my thought was
Thinking with Lore Master, I don't remember one described, but I also failed on my scan roll.
Yeah.
So,
Because my thought is if we were able to get an orc sentry away from camp, we wound or kill them and leave a trail for a troll to follow right into their camp. Some nice, delicious orc flesh.
Which a troll will eat. I don't think they're picky about what they're eating.
I saw no sentries. I think this idea has merit. Well, in the daylight, they will find some place to hide. So we should begin this now.
So as lore master, getting the troll done, right? That's not a big deal. I think like I said, I think we're left with, does it eat you on the spot? Can it catch you and eat you on the spot? Does it follow you to where you want it to be and do the thing you want it to do? Are we going to grab a goblin or an orc as bait? Is that the plan?
Sounds like a good plan to me.
I like it. I have no qualms over killing an orc or a goblin to use as troll bait.
So what we need to do is let one of us be seen so that the orcs will send someone out, but not enough of us that they send a lot of orcs out. Say it's somebody who looks kind of innocent and easy. Then we'll get the jump on them and spread all their little pieces and parts out as breadcrumbs back to camp. Yes?
Yeah, lure an orc away from camp.
So who looks the most innocent out of all of us?
Nindor. Nindor does.
I mean, I feel like normally I wouldn't want Daphne to volunteer for this kind of job, but it sounds like she's volunteering for this kind of job.
It does sound like that. Yes.
I mean, I think I'm very intimidating. I don't know what you're talking about. But if you want me to go and make a little noise in your camp, then I trust that you guys and Dond and Dauber are going to do the right thing and keep me safe.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll set up a little ambush point. I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Daphne starts getting like a torch ready so she can, have that light and make herself known in the woods. I don't know what else she would need. She'll probably just sing, oh, I have a dulcimer. I will play my dulcimer. It'll be
And you
great.
don't want to get the whole camp's attention, Daphne.
Oh, right. I will play my dulcimer softly.
Softly.
It's not intimidating.
All right. All right. I'm trying to figure out what is this?
What are we doing?
Yes, what even is this?
That's a good point. I mean, I guess, the end goal is to
Ambush.
ambush an orc.
Right,
away from
ambush and
camp.
work. Right.
So I think there's I don't think there's a role, because getting an orc's attention, whatever Daphne does, that's easy.
Right.
Maybe you could make a call whether there's a role involved to not get too many people interested, or it just comes down to Nindor and I setting a successful ambush and keeping it as quiet as possible. I don't know where
Where's the most interesting tension point?
I mean, there is a song skill.
I just saw that. I'm like, I think it's about the song skill, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I think that's it. I think it's the song skill. I think passing it means you get exactly what you want, right? Not too much attention. One of the goblins or one of the orcs peel off to find out what is going on. I think failing that means they send more than what you want, right? They're distracted by the attention, by the song, but you get too much attention, right? Not no attention.
Okay. Now I'm nervous about this.
Well, I mean, the good news. So you said you have a dulcimer, right? That's one of your cool items you have, or whatever.
Yeah, one of my items I picked at the beginning.
I mean, that's an extra. That's an extra D6.
Is it?
Yeah, useful items are one die.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Okay, so I'm rolling with song and then adding a dulcimer to that.
And then you always have hope and.
Oh yeah, can I have a lot of hope? Can I spend some hope?
Yeah.
How do I do this?
I think you can only spend one at a time, but one hope will add a die, and unless one of your distinctive features fits, in which case you can get 2 dice.
Okay.
I mean, eager.
So my distinctive features are generous, eager, and folklore. So I don't know about that, but I'll spend a hope and take an extra die and see how this goes.
Seems like a pretty decent chance.
Yeah.
Oh,
14 against my 16 target.
Oh, that is so close.
It was a good try.
Just got too into the music, sang that last chorus a little too loud.
So I think from where you are, you can see two goblins. Actually, one goblin's tending a fire, right? One comes out of the tent when they hear the music, right? The orc is already out there. I think it whistles, and the warg comes.
Uh-oh.
And one swift move, it hops on the warg, right? And I think it draws out its sword, right? Or its weapon, right? Its curved, bent sword. And it rides in the direction of the dulcimer. And it's coming on fast.
I guess we're ambushing a warg rider. Hopefully. You better run.
You better run. Very true.
Then I think Daphne does as soon as she realizes what's coming for her.
Yeah, I think the warg bays. There's some howl, right? And then they're off. It's silent because now it's moving. It's charging. The orc is on it. Tell me about this ambush point. What does it look like? What did you guys pick out?
I mean, I didn't have anything fancy in mind other than just, hiding behind a couple of trees and jumping a goblin, but that was about the extent of. I mean, I guess I don't know what the rules are. It's because there's the battle skill and there's stealth skills and
Right.
all that stuff. So
I do have a nice spear which we could set against that warg.
there you go.
That is very nice. And there are open and volleys, right? You guys know he's coming this way, right? So you'll have at least an open and volley.
Ambush rifle.
Yep, that's what I was looking at is the ambush options. And I think you can use the battle in lieu of you making a stealth roll for the ambush.
I'd rather make a stealth roll.
Or hunting. Well, no, it's not a wild. Well, maybe hunting.
I'm good with stealth.
Yeah, so I would say stealth, battle, or hunting. All those work.
Stealth sounds good to me as well.
Yeah, I'm not.
That means you both have to succeed for this surprise attack to succeed.
Oh, so we both. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Let me find my. Luckily, that is a favorite skill for me. Oh, yeah, that's
I'm
all right.
successful.
So I get that, but then I get an extra D12. Yep, I'm good.
Nice. D12 paid off.
Yep, I did it. What I needed.
Wow.
I would have had it either way, with or without the extra D, because.
Just soak it in, dude.
But I'll take it. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Let me bring this guy up.
So what does that mean?
I knew I could count on you
Oh.
guys.
They don't get to make opening volleys, nor do they get actions in the first close quarters round. Oh, wow, that is huge, right?
Yeah, that is huge. Yes, that's a big deal. Yes. So I'm setting up the map a little bit here. So I think there'll be an opening round of volleys, right? That the orc and the goblins go. Well, actually, just the orc, because the other two goblins stay at camp.
They're like,
What?
he's got this.
Indoor looks so much shorter than Daphne.
Oh no, it's the scaling in roll. Yeah, that's what that is. Because the actual assets are all the same size. It's the scaling once I bring in the tokens, right?
Oh,
that threw things off. Yeah, I'm like, so I don't have an orc. I'm going to use this troll token
Okay.
for now, and we'll figure out how things fall out, right? I'm going to do it this way because we know he's chasing Daphne, and you guys are kind of at some ambush point as we do these open and volleys. Do you have open and volleys?
I do, because I actually do own a bow.
Look at you.
I do not. I have a sword and a spear.
I'm not very good with a bow, but it's a free attack, so I'm not gonna say no to it.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe I do have a bow. It would be silly not to. I do have some skill with a bow. I don't remember. Did we buy? No, we just did packages and what makes sense, right? We didn't.
Right.
Yeah, I think generally the idea would be you start with whatever weapons you have skills in.
Right.
And I have a bow.
There you go.
I guess.
All right. So you both can take your opening volleys.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm not very good with my bow, but hey, it's a free shot.
Right. And hold on, because what I don't remember is if four ranged attacks, do they? I guess not. They wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't get their parry. You just get hit.
Missed.
Oh, right. Bow. Clear. Come on, roll something good. Hey, that's a hit, right? Yeah, that's it. Just barely.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Nice.
So that's 3 damage. I guess. Oh man, because we have an orc on a warg. They're both dangerous.
Yes. That was my next question.
I guess I'd rather take the. Oh man, I'm gonna shoot the orc first.
All right. So let me mark that on the orc. And Nindor, you said yours was a miss?
Yes.
All right. Is Daphne on foot, or did you ride down? I don't remember.
I don't think we said. I was imagining her on foot.
Okay.
Because that seems less intimidating, which was the goal going into this anyway.
All right. All right. And so never mind. That won't even matter because you both made your stealth rolls. So I think you have the orc at your ambush point. That's what I was trying to figure out is how close was the orc to Daphne? But since the ambush is successful, it's however you guys want it to be set up.
Yeah.
So let's choose, you're attacking, but let's choose our stances where we are. It's just the orc and the warg.
I'm definitely going forward.
Is Daphne able to get far enough away where she can be using her bow from a distance, or is because she was like the bait essentially, is she kind of mired in close combat?
I'm going to say it's whatever you like because they were successful at pulling off the ambush. And
Cool.
My assumption is figured in that is making sure you have time to get to wherever you need to be, right?
I have no complaints about that. So I think Daphne will probably take up. I don't know if she's like up on a rock or in a tree or something, kind of above down to the battle, and she's got her bow. Maybe it was planted there,
Right.
so she can pick it up and kind of be ready to go.
Nice. I like it. And indoor, what's the plan?
I think forward stance, close combat. I will be targeting the warg.
Okay.
I'm basically doing that set the spear thing, and it could roll up on me.
Nice.
All right, nice. I think I don't get the pick. I think you folks get the pick. Because
Yeah,
you
I think
outnumber.
since there's more of us.
Yeah.
Must engage one or more opponents.
Do Dond and Dabber are they able to engage in this battle as well on our behalf?
Maybe. How do we leave things with Don and Dabber? Are they still tied up?
I think. Well, that's a good question. How would Daphne, after successfully inspiring them?
I mean,
So I think they were in to help because again, this is a riddle for them. What happened to the crew they were supposed to join?
I mean, in that case, I feel like she would have set them free. And I don't remember if they had weapons that they would have back, or if they're just chucking rocks from the side like hobbits or whatever they're up to in helping.
Did we weaponize them? Did we give them weapons back?
Daphne does if no one stops her. So I don't know how you guys feel about that.
I think at this point, like,
Finding this many orc, I'm not opposed to the idea of them being armed.
yeah, and if they're going to be involved in helping us do whatever we're doing with capturing an orc and a troll, then I'd rather they were armed than not. So if we show a little trust in them, then
Nice.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit. All right, cool. I like it. What I'm trying to figure out real quick is I want to use them as helpers. I don't want to roll NPC versus NPC.
that makes sense.
And I think they're worth more than a die. So what I'm trying to figure out is, because it's been a month, what the helping rules were. I think you just hand off a die?
Yeah, helping is generally just plus a die.
All right, I will leave it at that. So they're worth a die each, and I don't think they had ranged weapons. I think they certainly had close combat weapons.
Yeah.
I don't know that. So we can use them as helpers. They will back up either one of you fighting the orc and the warg.
We could just say
Is that
1
fair?
and 1 if we want to split it up and make it even.
Yeah, no, that works.
Just to check in, our plan was to have a live one of these to
Not necessarily.
roll. Okay.
Not
I mean,
necessarily.
Yeah, because what I was picturing in my head is however we abduct an orc or a goblin, we're going to kill them either way and string along some meat and entrails for a troll to follow back to camp. So they're not going to survive either way.
Yeah, like trail of breadcrumbs of orc crumbs.
The orc crumbs.
Ugh, you guys are harsh. All right, so this first round, the orc and the warg can do nothing.
Which is awesome for us.
Yes.
All right. So me and Nindor both are in forward stance, and Daphne's in rearward.
Seems
Yes.
like it.
So it's forward first.
I'll go.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
go
so they will still get their parry, so they're adding 1 to your target. The orc is adding 1
Okay, so the
to
orc
your target number.
has 1 period. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Wait. I thought our stealth, like there's a benefit from that where in the first.
Yeah, they don't get around. Like they don't
But
get to
they get
attack
to-
us in this
but they
first
get to
round. Yeah.
defend.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, the ambush rules didn't say anything about the parry values, so I don't know. Especially at this point, we shot him on the way in.
Right.
So I get a bonus die for one of my helpers. So it's +1. Okay. Wait, what's? Oh yeah, that's more than enough. Okay, cool. No 6s, so just a straight hit to the orc for 6 damage. Oh wait, I get one more die because of forward stance.
Yes.
I want to see if I can get a 6. So let's just roll that. Nope, didn't matter. Okay, so yeah, 6 damage. All right. I kind of imagine as him just like barreling through the forest and Daphne running past and
Right.
Farron just kind of stepping out from behind a tree and like just this big swing of his axe up high as this troll or it goes barreling down.
And Indoor's in forward stance too, right?
He is, so I guess I will take the next attack. I'm not sure how much damage I'll do, but I guess that's putting the cart before the horse. I am setting a clear. It doesn't default clear, but that's fine. Adding a die because of forward stance. Here we go. Whew, man, the dice don't love me. That is a fail.
Did you get your helper from one of the NPCs?
I did not.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Yeah.
So you're sitting at 13.
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
14. I need a 15. Yeah.
Does the warg have a parry value as well?
Yeah, a 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, then I didn't take that out. So
Okay.
Regardless. So
Then
sorry.
definitely not. Okay.
So I really know why Rich doesn't like roll. It's not really about the character sheets. It's about the dice.
Actually, I mean it's just D6s, man. They hate me. That's why I like to be the MC. I don't have to roll dice. I just say stuff out.
That's right. It's
That's
dumb.
all right.
Ordinarily, the warg and the orc would go next in forward stance, but they've been ambushed. They're surprised. They can do nothing. So we move to rearward, which is Daphne.
Nice.
Sweet. So I'm going to try to shoot the orc with my bow.
Nice. And you will also, again, he still gets his +1 parry, so your target number goes up by 1.
Okay. I can handle that. And I got a 6.
Oh, even better.
Oh, yeah, that is even better. Wow. Yes. Oh, that's fantastic.
So that lets you, if you look at page 99, there's like some options you can use for that extra success.
Right.
I'm getting there.
Do you? Okay, never mind. I got it. What weapon are you using? I'll look at your damage.
Bow.
Okay.
Oh, is that a 10 on your feat die?
Yes. Does that mean something?
If one of the options to spend your success is you can add +2 to your feat die, which would effectively make it a 12, which would make it a Gandalf.
A Gandalf, yeah.
Which would then potentially straight up do an injury.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that sounds like something I can't pass up.
Yeah, injuries are pretty brutal.
They are.
Let's do that.
All right, he does have armor, so he'll get a roll. But still.
I assume you have just a bow, not a great bow on Daphne?
Yep.
All right, cool. He's only got 1 die of armor.
Oh. Well, I guess you still always get a feat die, right?
Yeah. You still get the feet die. There we go. 1d12, 1d6. Nope. All right. So he's going to take that injury,
Nice.
and he's going to take that in 3 points from the bow. I think we see a good, solid, fatal, lethal hit from the always cheery, eager Daphne. Straight up ganks this orc off the wall, right?
Awesome.
Right? We see him fall to the ground right off of the warg. That brings us back around to the top of the round in forward stance. It is the warg left standing,
Yep.
and the four of you in forward stance.
Nice.
What is the plan? We continue. You press the attack.
I mean, I feel like this warg's not gonna go anywhere. So, hey, maybe that just makes an even tastier trail for a troll to follow. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I can go first. So I've got my axe +1 for helper, +1 for forward. Give me some 6s. Ooh, I got a 6 that time. There we go. What did I get on my? That's only a 2. Okay. So that's a hit. Let's make that a heavy blow so that it'll do. That'll be 12 total damage.
Oh, sweet
To
Jesus.
its endurance. Yeah. 6 for the axe and 6 for my strength.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's it. That takes the warg down. It's out.
Sweet.
It's
Let's get the hell out of here before those goblins come. Like, what happened to the orc?
Oh, I didn't even get to use the warg trick.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I'll save it though.
We'll see it next time.
Yeah, we'll see it next time. I'll save it. Yeah, no, that drops the warg out of the fight entirely. And I think Dond and Dabber are high on adrenaline, right? They're amped up, right? In this fight as helpers. Even though they didn't, land I envision they've gotten some licks in. They're not leading the fight. They're helpers. They're backing up, that kind of thing. But this is probably the closest, right, to a real straight up dangerous fight that they've been in, right? And so they're kind of high on the moment. Forgetting, right, that they're kind of your hostages.
Well, in that case, I'm going to try to put that energy to good use and just immediately be like, all right, you two get the warg. Because that's going to be a 2-man job at least.
Yeah, I think both the orc and the warg are 2-man jobs, right? Because the orc is no small, right? Yeah, so yeah, I think they're in, right? They knew what the original plan was. So they get on each end and pick it up. And like picking up a pony, right? And then I think you and Nindor have the orc, right?
That works.
And Daphne's climbing out of her tree.
And the plan is the same, is to use this as bait to lure in a troll.
Yeah, like bleed them out and make a trail of blood, entrails, body parts, and lead it right up to the edge of camp and
let it do its thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you. I feel like my default is to go with hunt as the test. But I'm open to talk about it. As our persuade, that seems more like a social conversation skill.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be those. Yeah. Where's this?
I'd like a reverse riddle, but
yeah, that's kind of weird.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like hunting's the closest thing because in effect we're baiting a trap of sorts.
Right.
I'm not good at it, so.
I was going to say, this is a
I
group
think
effort.
that is a
So
Daphne. That is
Okay,
a Daphne leading us.
I got this.
Okay, good. I can't even help with that. I don't even have a point in hunting to help with.
Neither do I.
But Don does.
Well, there you go.
But Don can help. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So do I get any kind of bonus? So is Don actually giving me like a die for helping, or are we getting any sort of bonus for having like baited this or anything like that?
Nice. Yes. So yes, you will get a die for the bait, right? You guys put some work into getting bait, so they're worth a die. Don is also going to help because he can hunt, and he can give you a die to help.
Nice.
Sweet. So adding 2 die to my roll. I feel better about this.
Yeah, that's a lot of extra.
Yep, and it's a Gandalf, so that'll work.
Oh,
And a 6 as well on top of that.
And a
top of that.
6.
So tell me what that looks like. I will hand the narration reins over to Daphne.
That's awesome.
Right, you set this up.
Oh,
What does
man.
that look like? How does it fall out?
Well, I think since we ended up with kind of 2 things to use as bait, we end up being able to kind of set 2 different trails of breadcrumbs so we can pull trolls in from both directions. We use the wind to our favor because, you hear the music on the wind and then you know where it's coming from. And if you just listen, it will guide you. So Daphne's trying to help everyone just like feel the music and the wind as she's setting this deadly trap. And then we're going to find a good spot out of the way so that we don't end up in the path of the trolls. So again,
Right.
moving where the wind is not going to bring them, but maybe where we can watch this all go down and enjoy the fruits of our labor.
Nice. That's fantastic. I think you get 2 stone trolls that take the bait, that come out, right? I think they follow the trail. They devour the bait. They keep coming into camp. From wherever you're watching, you can see the camp only held 3 goblins, but the trolls make a run to get those goblins. I think they get all 3 because you got the Gandalf, so nothing escapes, right? I think the trolls stick around as they tear through the camp, eating whatever they can eat, right? Whatever's there, whatever they can eat, anything organic, and that takes some time, right? As they eat the warg, the orc, the 3 goblins, anything else that was in the man camp. I think they hang out most of the night there, but at some point before the sun comes up, they've got to go back to wherever they were to get out of the sunlight, right? I think there is some troll celebratory grunts and whatnot. But at some point in the middle of the night, they abandon that campsite. I imagine maybe there are terms of you guys resting at your camp as you're watching over that other camp, right? When you realize they might be hanging out for a while.
So it seems like from what we saw, it seemed like there was probably only ever a few orcs and goblins total.
Yeah, that orc, that warg, and 3 goblins.
Oh wow. Okay, so this is looking more like something happened that maybe the men abandoned the camp for some reason, and the orcs were just there because, like, it's not like they took over. Like that's my gut instinct is it was just sort of an opportunity. The orcs found this empty camp, and they're like, let's see what there is to see. I mean, I guess we'll know more once we really go take a look at the camp.
Yeah, once the trolls have moved on and it's getting
Mhm.
to be daylight, I would love to go explore what's left behind and see if we can find any thing of interest or indications of what was here before.
All right. Let's make that our last scene, exploring the camp, right? And let's cut
Mhm.
straight to that, right? We're down at the remains of the campsite. The next day, early the next day.
Yeah, probably pretty early in the morning, right after sun comes up.
All right.
We don't have to
Don
worry about the
and
stone
Endeavor,
trolls.
yeah, they stick around, right? Because they're curious too. There's probably 6 tents. Maybe they can hold 2 or 3 men, maybe more if you squeeze them in. There's travel gear, right? Whatever the trolls didn't eat. There might be water left, right? Most of it looks days old. Who knows how long the orcs have been here? It doesn't look like this camp has been in existence weeks. But there are no sign of men at all. Not bodies, no corpses, no burial things. It's empty.
Is there like? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say it's kind of nestled right in that, right up against the hill, the hills in that area. Kind of like it's built to have the weather break one way or the other, so they're not caught out in the middle of it. But for that, yeah, it's empty.
I guess I'd be looking around to have any sense at all of as to whether, like, you know, was this camp abandoned quickly, or, you know, were the orcs actually allies and left behind as guards of some sort, or did they? Yeah.
Right. Make a riddle check, and whoever can help, and I will tell you some stuff.
I'm okay at riddle. I wouldn't mind help if anybody else is good at riddle. I can imagine we're all kind of like looking over the camp together and trading notes.
Daphne is very not good at riddle. She loves them and she does not ever get them.
Same. Don't love them.
Okay. So it's all me. Okay, cool.
It's all me.
In that case, I might spend a hope just to, yeah, I'll do that. And I'm cunning, so I feel like that'll
nice.
give me,
yes, that is useful.
That'll give me some insight into like reading the signs of, you know, whatever. Seriously? That's one
wow.
short.
Is that one short?
That is one short.
So I will say, it looks like that the orcs came upon an empty camp, right? There are no dead bodies. There's no sign of fighting or anything like that, right? It looks like they were just hanging out in a camp that was here. And presumably at some point they'd packed up whatever they wanted and rolled on or moved on. This is not their camp, and they wouldn't have stayed here. They just found it this way.
Okay. So big question is still like, why was the camp left, which is unusual, but who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Anything else before I leave you with the cliffhanger? All right. I think as Farron kind of pieces this together and is explaining his theory to everyone, you folks are kind of taking in the site of the camp and everything. Built into the hills, like I said, and Don talked about this. There are tombs in there. And I think stepping out, actually, I think most of the entries, right, are kind of webbed over, maybe caved in, but they're all above ground. It's not like you're just going to walk into one, right? Most of the pieces that you see are set in and they're kind of high up, right? And you see a man step forward out of one of them, and he steps too far, like he's running from something. And you see him take the fall, like 10 feet down, 12 feet down. But he was running, not paying attention to where he was going. He hits the ground, right? I think he's still alive, shock. He's probably got some broken bones or whatever. But it looks like he was already bleeding and a mess, right, when he got to that point. And I think when he rolls over and he looks up, right, he goes, Don? Right? And I think he passes out.
Nice.
And I think that's where we are. That's where we're going to leave it. The good news is we'll be back in a week instead of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's every Thursday night, right? So that's fantastic. And if I have my druthers, we'll be moving to Foundry VTT to play because that looks beautiful to me. So let's do some nice outro stuff. Unless you want experience. Do we have experience rules in here? Did we do that?
We've been doing
2 and 2, I thought.
I think we've been doing 3 and 3.
Oh, you're right. Because 2 sessions and I'm sitting at 6 and 6. So yeah, 3 and 3.
All right, there we go. Yeah, because I think they kind of simplified for the alpha rules. My expectation is it's free league and they do a good job at that questionnaire. Did you do this? Take an XP. Did you do this? Take an XP. So I expect in the actual rules, they'll do things like that. But right in here, it's 3 and 3. So let's do that.
Cool.
Oh, we need to buy some things so we can help each other at the very least.
Yeah.
My thought is the next session will probably wrap up what's going on, what's happening, and you'll either spin a fellowship phase either in Rivendell or Bree, and then we can do a fellowship phase.
Cool.
But you'll also have to decide where are we going next after that. You'll have some decisions to make, right?
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So cool enough. All right, Rich Rogers, tell us about yourself. Tell us what you got going on.
Yeah, Rich Rogers mentioned the podcast Plus One Forward. Definitely check that out. There's episodes coming out every other week, and that's fun. And you can check me out on the Gauntlet community. So gauntlet-rpg.com. That's where I post up games that folks can jump in and play. We have a open, and then this is the last thing. But in October,
Well, I was going to remind you, yeah.
we have a Gauntlet Community Open Gaming Weekend that is October 14th through 16th. And I'll double check the calendar to make sure I'm doing the dates right. Yeah, 14th through 17th October, free of charge, open to anybody that wants to jump in and play. Please come to Gauntlet-RPG and go to the open gaming section if you want more information. And this is weekly, so I'll be mentioning again soon as well. I already got 2 games posted up there. One of them's Hut Cartel. So yeah.
Hut Cartel is nice. I love Hut Cartel. Yes. Heidi, tell us about yourself and what do you have going on?
Yes, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at Heidi Schlotman. And the Renaissance Festival season has begun. So I went for the first time last weekend as Ariel in her like Kiss the Girl outfit, the blue dress. You guys know. And it was amazing. And this little girl about had a heart attack. She saw me from a distance and she just kind of like froze and then zombied through the crowd toward me and just like went in for a hug. And she was just like, I love you. So
Nice.
it kind of made my day and it was magical. And you can see pictures of that costume on Instagram, and I have more to come. So
They're good. I saw them.
thank you.
That's fantastic. Jeremiah, what's going on, man?
Nothing as magical as making children's days. Yeah, this is the only other game I really have going on, and I'm not involved with any other gaming things. So, most exciting thing in my life is I got a new patio a few weeks ago. That was fun.
I know. I saw pictures of that. I saw the whole work process. So that is fantastic.
It was a lot of work.
I think you've got a karaoke dance off coming up. We should be doing over there on the new deck space. Yes.
I'll get some lights set up and a disco ball.
Nice. I am Mad J0. You can find me on Twitter. I will be running the one.
I think you muted yourself.
Mute yourself, Jay.
Oh man, tripping at the finish line.
I know. My headset just died. Right, it made it right to the 2.5 hour mark. So, everyone have a good night. We will see you in a week. And where's my outro video? Here we are.